But in 3 years, 3.5 years, we'll have another election. It's like, well, who is going to fix this? Because there's candidates. There's obviously Nigel Farage reform, and you and him haven't seen eye to eye, but they could win.
I think they're already chosen to win. I think that when you see Fraser Nelson, when you see these people who are leftists already basically propping Nigel up as the next Prime Minister. So I think the decision, I think...
You're sceptical of reform?
I'm sceptical, totally sceptical. So I think the establishment are fully aware that no one's voting Labour and no one's voting Conservative. So these two parties are fucked. Yeah. Now look where Reform just took £1 million from World Economic Forum, from a Muslim. They just took £1 million donation from a World Economic Forum lead Muslim within that party. Zia Youssef has been given the position within the Reform Party. Who is he? Where the hell did he come from? He paid 200 grand and bought the chairman seat of Nigel Farage. Yeah, that shows absolute weak cowardice by Nigel. Who are you selling you're selling the chairman position of a party that the entire country is relying on to some random Muslim that people know nothing about. Now, what has he done since he's become chairman of the party? Or how have Reform's voices changed? Shamina Begum, Nigel Farage thinks we maybe should bring her back. What else does Nigel Farage think? Won't do mass deportations.
That's just changed though.
See what I mean? It's flip-flop fucking Farage. Yeah. But what are you changing for, right? The policy should have been drilled down. Everyone knows what the country needs. 6 months ago, 12 months ago. Reform's policy last year was 1 in, 1 out. Well, 500,000 Brits left last year. So who's the 500,000 you're bringing in, Reform? So all of the things the public believe, because Nigel Farage sits there with a pint of beer, they believe he's one of them. He's a city banker who does not give a flying fuck about the working class. That's the truth of it. And people don't like hearing it. Yeah, Nigel is the same. Nigel is exactly the same. Right. So what are Reform now filling their party with? Labour, Lib Dems, net zero enthusiasts. Yeah, the country's primed for a populist revolution, and we get Reform with a Muslim chairman who don't want mass deportations, who want to allow men into women's prisons. Like, what the hell is going on? Yeah, every stance that Reform stood on, that was the populist reason for people wanting to support them, they're gone back on. Or they're going back on. They're going back on because they're becoming another, what did he say? He said it in a recent interview. We're going to be to the left of the Conservatives on immigration. Well, that's not why people are supporting you. People are supporting you to close the borders, mass deportations, end the immigration, get rid of the migrants that are here illegally, and start putting British people first. Yeah?
You're angry.
I'm angry, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm angry because I see it all as a lie, and people get upset when you start telling them the lie. Nigel Farage had a meeting recently, a Reform dinner. Yeah, it was £25,000 a ticket for the head table. The entire head table was Pakistani Muslims at a Reform dinner. So yeah, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm angry because I believe the British public are putting their faith in another party that's going to betray them. That's what I believe. Now, unfortunately,
could that be bridged? That if you was to sit with Nigel, like, did he contact you? There was a tweet once. It was like a message to you.
That's me taking the piss.
Oh,
that's just me on the wind-up, man.
Oh, because I messaged Connor. I was like, I think it is.
No, do you know what with Nigel? It's like Nigel said on national TV that I have convictions for violence against women. Yeah, this is a man who believes he's in a position. He got upset because Kemi Badenoch questioned the membership of Reform. Yet he wants to sit whilst I'm on solitary confinement. This is why I'm annoyed. Yeah, I'm on solitary confinement. My ex-wife had to put out a big statement. She had to tell my children before they go to school, when you go to school today, that people might be saying your dad's violent against me, yeah? That's come from Nigel Farage. Just lying.
Where did he get that from?
He just made up. He made up. Do you know when I went to jail? So if you pull up Nigel Farage, when I went to jail for reporting outside the Leeds Crown Court case, I can dig up this footage for you. Yeah? When I was recording outside Leeds, who did the establishment push out for the interviews on TV? Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage then comes there and justifies my imprisonment. Even though everything was found to be flawed and illegal, he never apologised for that. He justified whilst in prison. This time, I'm in jail. Free Tommy starts trending worldwide thanks to Elon Musk. Who comes out again to justify my imprisonment again? Nigel Farage. He's a criminal. He committed contempt. No, Nigel, 167 million people watched the documentary. They know what I'm in jail for. I'm in jail because I told the truth. Now, Nigel didn't have to come out and support me at all. He didn't have to support me. Yeah, he just didn't have to lie and attack me, which is what he's continuously done. If you look at when we had the Brexit rally, far-right thugs and all tattoos all over them.
Yeah, I got a few.
Well, according to Nigel's elitist view, because that's what Nigel is, Nigel's a city banker elite, yeah? You're a thug, you're working class, you're scum. Yeah? That's Nigel's view.
What if he reached out to you?
What if he reached out to me? I'll say, what did you do to Rupert Lowe? Explain it. Just explain. Because Rupert Lowe says that the reason he was kicked out of Reform was because he wouldn't let go on the Islamic rape gang issue. Yeah. So he was kicked out. Again, I asked questions about Zia Youssef, unfortunately. So
I think Robinson, frankly, was out there asking for trouble. I don't think it was a very bright thing to do. What's
his imprisonment in his case is not heroic in any way at all. And that, of course, will surprise some of you.
Do you think he's done that because he's scared of you or scared of the public's opinion of you?
The public, Nigel, walk the street with me, mate, and see the public opinion of me, yeah?
Yeah, but he bought what I bought and others bought.
No, I think that Nigel, anyone, I think that the moment Rupert Lowe was finished within Reform was when at the party conference he got a bigger round of applause from Nigel Farage. That was it. He's got to go.
So there's no bridging that. You think Reform is just a waste of time?
Unfortunately, for me, I believe that the only party, Nigel doesn't care at present, yeah? Because there's no other party. So Nigel can sit there, he can say, well, I'll let men in women's prisons, yeah? He can do all this. I'll do this. I'm not going to do mass deportations. I'll bring Shamina Begum back. He can say all these things because, unfortunately, the public who are upset have got no other choice other than Conservatives, Labour or Reform. Yeah. Now, to push Reform on those issues, if you want to look at Nigel Farage's policies over the next 6 months, look now what Ben Habib and Rupert Lowe are saying, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to push him. I believe Ben Habib's new party, Advance, is now on 30,000 members.
And you've come out and said you support them.
I've joined Advance because I watched Ben Habib for a long time.
He's been here twice.
Has he been here twice?
Yeah.
I think he's good.
Yeah.
I think he's articulate. I think he's a politician, which are all things that I don't want to be as well. So when I'm saying I've joined Advance, I'm not taking over Advance. I haven't got a lead position in Advance. I haven't got any position in Advance. But I believe that our movement of people, which we've created, which I believe on the 13th of September, you'll probably see upwards of 1 million people coming together in London, yeah? I believe there is a cultural revolution happening right now in Britain, and those people need a political home. And the way Richard Tice spoke about those people was that lot. We don't want anything to do with that lot. The derogatory and defamatory way that my supporters have been spoke about by Reform is a disgrace, yeah? The just snubbing them, yeah? You know, Reform hold a policy within their party. You have to sign an NDA. You're not allowed to show any support for Tommy Robinson if you want to be a councillor or an MP.
Is that true?
So this is a party that doesn't believe in free speech at all. They do not believe in free speech. Nigel doesn't believe in free speech. Nigel, when he led UKIP, because I've watched all of this. When Nigel led UKIP and they had an opportunity within the European Union to align themselves with groups. So there's groups together. So you have the Freedom Coalition or all it, and it'll be Geert Wilders with Le Pen, with Viktor Orban. All these groups will be under one banner. Nigel, even back then, refused to align with them because he called them all far right. Well, those groups that he now called far right are winning elections, Nigel. Yeah. And my point is, people try and make an excuse for Nigel saying, well, no, the reason he's doing it is just to get in power. Well, Donald Trump didn't do that to get in power. Yeah. Donald Trump told the world what he's going to do. And then when he gets in power, he's on a mandate to do that. Yeah. Le Pen. Do you think Le Pen's got a Muslim chairman? Do you think Geert Wilders has a Muslim chairman? Now, how are you going to tackle the Islamisation of this country, which is what needs tackling, with a Muslim chairman? You're not. Yeah. When we already see the power that Youssef has, we look at what happened with Rupert Lowe. We look at what Nigel done to Ben Habib. In fact, we look at what Nigel's done to everyone and anyone who rose up. Yeah. Nigel has never been a team player. It's about Nigel. And anyone who gets remotely close to being anywhere near Nigel's ego makes him crucify them and end them. And that's what happened. So I look at Rupert Lowe and I look at Ben Habib and I look at I know Rupert Lowe's not leading the party, but Ben Habib is. And I believe that our movement needs a political home. And I believe that if enough people join that, because people say, yeah, but Reform's got the momentum. Well, that's happened in 12 to 18 months. Reform could have been called any name, yeah, and it would have took that momentum. It's not something special that Nigel Farage has done. Yeah? The country's ready for change.